All right, hey guys. I gotta say one of the funniest things ever is thinking about how can I create a video, right? Like, I spend so much time in my head worrying about, oh, it won't be good enough, people won't like it. Even if I'm not sending it to anyone, I just create this whole story and narrative in my head about it. And it keeps me from taking action, right? And massive action is what creates real change that impacts our lives. And so I want to talk to you guys today about what is it that holds you back from taking massive action to create what will be the life that you want, right? So there's a lot of fears that are involved, right? The thing for me is to first sit down and ask myself, why not do it today, right? But before that, you do need to ask yourself, what do I want to do? Right? What am I passionate about? What do I care about more than anything else? And what do I enjoy doing that the result doesn't matter? Right? If you just enjoy competing and don't care if you win or lose, you want to win, but just the fact of competition brings you joy, then that's great. But if you lose and you have a miserable day and you're going to go take it out on people, then maybe find something different to do, right? It's very dangerous. All right. So after I know what it is I want to do, then the next step is to ask myself, how am I going to get there? Right? So I have a goal. I have my end in mind. So what are the steps I'm going to take to get there? Right? And then as I work backwards, I then work forwards and create daily action plans on how I'm going to get there. Like this video. This video is part of my daily action plan to create YouTube content. So every day, I'm going to create at least a 5-minute video from myself, for myself, to gain awareness and to grow my confidence on being on camera, right? It's very different to be doing something on camera versus in person. And I have a lot of fears that I create around it. And so taking a daily action helps me overcome those fears and allows me to become successful and happy in life. But it's only when I take that massive action of I am going to do this every day, regardless, that can happen. So, right? So my question for you is, what is it that you need to do every day to make your dream happen, right? For me, YouTube videos are very important, but they're important because of the fact that I really enjoy teaching and helping others. And I see YouTube as an awesome platform that's been created to provide that opportunity for me to you. But it also is very important because it's a great way to let people know about what I'm doing with my life and what I'm doing with my companies. And that is the most important thing. Right? So again, what is it that your goal is? What is it that you want to do no matter what? Then after that, ask yourself, what steps can I be doing? Work backwards to get to where I want to be at. And then what daily steps do I want to take to create the world I want to create? Right? So it's all in our mind. It's all in the words I speak. Right? So when I say I want to own a mansion and I want to have a bunch of people living with me in that mansion that I get to call friends and family, and I want us to be able to have a really great time living together and separate all at the same time, right? So that's my goal. When I say I want a Cybertruck, that's my goal. But the question is what's it going to take to buy a mansion? Well, the reality is it's going to take me about $10 to $20 million, depending on inflation and how that affects the cost and pricing going up. So $10 to $20 million just for the house, let alone all the side attractions that my wife and I want in the house, right? Not including the fact that we want really giant TVs all throughout it. The fact that we want top of the line furniture. The fact that we want a freaking lazy river around our entire house, almost like a moat, just as an opportunity for us to really enjoy ourselves. All of those details adds the price. So now we're looking at $30 million, right? So $30 million is what I need to make. So if I need to make $30 million, my goal is $30 million a year, what steps will I need to take before that? What steps can I take before that to create $30 million, right? So for me, I go, okay, if I own 100 businesses and each of them are making $500,000 on average, then I can create $50 million of wealth. $50 million of wealth then will allow me to transcribe that into being able to buy that house, be able to pay for the construction of that house, right? So another way, right? So if I have $10 million that I invest at 10% interest for 10 years, I can double my money. So $10 million can turn into $20 million, $25 million, right? So what steps do I want to take? So for me, it's the businesses. I want to own 100 businesses, providing me with $500,000 of income myself personally, right? So that means the businesses themselves have to average tens of millions of dollars each. But I personally will take $500,000 from each of those 100 businesses. And when I do that, that $500,000 now turns into $50 million. So $50 million is what I have in my bank account to be able to throw every year at the issues I have. So my goal of this whole video is to inspire you guys and to motivate to find out what is you want and how you're going to create that. The next step after that is what daily actions am I going to take? So my daily action is that my goal when I worked back is dynamic marketing collaboration. That is my ticket to make my big bucks, to invest into the other businesses, to invest into other things, to provide me with a better life. So I'm using dynamic marketing collaboration as my current purposeful goal. And I'm pursuing everything to create that into a happy being. So I'm doing daily actions of talking with my dad on the company, of looking at our clients' numbers with the company, and most importantly, creating these videos now to provide a great social media presence that we can provide to the world. What actions are you going to start today?